Hey, good morning. Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of Coffee Chat. Hello, Shannon. How are you? Wow, it's the first one of 2023. I can't believe it. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me live this morning. Yeah, and I'm just kind of reminiscing back to when I even started kind of Coffee Chat. Like, I think it's been a few years now, like maybe 3 or 4 years, which is interesting. I'm gonna look at that. I think I can go all the way back and see when I started. Yeah, so cool. Thank you so much for joining me. And to those of you watching this in the future, hello. 2023, here we are. Ready or not, it's here. So this is often a time where people, okay, wait, I'm gonna back up for a second. My name is Catherine Oster, and if this is your first time watching me, hello. And I am a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness, and Coffee Chats are just a lot about my musings and kind of what's going on in my life and what I'm looking at, and with, you know, all the things. Hey, good morning, Mom. So 2023, so January is often a time for New Year's resolutions where people are wanting to get results. They want to get results with their body, like lose weight. They want to really maybe probably like change their finances, like start making more money. And so much of it comes from a place of judgment. You know, judgment that their body is wrong, judgment that they don't have enough money, that they, like, so much of it comes from judgment. So what I'm really curious about and what I've really been looking at myself for this year is like, what if I just created more kindness for myself? You know, rather than trying to force change by judging myself, judging my body that it's too large or not, and maybe it is, but what, yeah, like what if you could start creating more kindness for yourself? Hey, Krista, good morning. More kindness for yourself with money and with your body. Now, this does not mean that there's going to be no action required. Kindness for your body could definitely be, you know, moving it in different ways, but not from the totally result-oriented, I need to do this because my body is too heavy, too large, or too whatever. I'm actually choosing this because it's going to be like from the space of kindness for your body. So your body can become stronger, healthier, and have more ease. You know, it's just a different energy. And you might not be able to, like, and it's not like an airy fairy thing. Oh, well, this is hard, so it must not be kind. Like, no, kindness is actually not easy and it's not nice. And I talked about this a few coffee chats ago, and maybe it was even the last one with my kids, Trace and Helena. Like, so what is possible for you? And for whatever reason, I'm talking about bodies today. To have more kindness for yourself with your body this year. And like, so for me, for example, so I've changed my body a few times through force and effort and judgment. You know, after having kids, your body is different. and it does not go back, you know, there's no like going back to before, no matter how hard you try. It's just different. I mean, it grew like a body inside of it, which is really amazing. How, for whatever reason, could you ever expect your body to go back to what it was before that? It's not even possible. And then you have all this like shame and guilt and hormones. And so like everything that is, I'm just going to use the clearing statement right now. Whew, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds, which is just a series of weird sounding words that create change and clear the energy that comes up when you're talking about things. Hey, good morning, Linda. And so that never worked. I never felt good about myself or felt like the change was effective when I was trying to get my body to go back to the way it was. It's like, so now what I'm looking at is like actually being grateful for my body and kind to my body. So for a few years, probably like it was really, how can I just honor my body, which was not forcing it to do things. And really like, so I'm pretty active. There's so many ways that I can go here. Pretty active. We live on a farm. I do horses, etc. One of the things that I started including was like having a bath. Like when I come in from outside, doing my morning stuff with the horses outside was just like having a bath, giving my body, you know, a half an hour to just kind of relax and soak and warm up in the wintertime before we transitioned into the next part of our day, which was often, you know, inside stuff. That was something that I started choosing that was kind for my body, which started cultivating like more honoring of my body. So, and not so much force and judgment. It gave me some space to be with my body in a different way. Now I'm looking at strengthening my body. Like I don't want to shrink it or make it smaller. And I'm not restricting, although sometimes there is a time. It's really cultivating presence. So for me, I'm doing these Pilates classes, which has created huge amounts of awareness and really looking at it from my target is to ride more upper level dressage tests. And as a rider of this, your body requires this strength and suppleness to really be effective and be with the horse while doing all these other things that is not even visible to the eye, actually. And so that's kind of my target. And maybe you can sense even as I'm talking about it, it kind of gets me excited and creating change towards that goal. So maybe you want to start, you know, maybe you want to start like being able to run 5 miles or 1 mile, or maybe you want to start doing things with your body that you haven't done before. And do you notice that there's a different energy than just trying to force your body to be smaller or different? So kindness, yes. It's not actually kind for me to expect my body to do something that I haven't shown it or given it the strength to do yet. And it's kind of like, you know, with yourself, when you're choosing something different and being a new way, you know, how would you talk to you if you were like a little toddler or a little baby? And not have these crazy expectations that you should be able to. And what would it be like if you included more kindness for yourself this year? You know, for you, and that's kind of leads into a whole other conversation about honoring you, including you in your life. What works for you? What's fun for you? What is kind for you in your body? And choice creates awareness. So what could you choose to add to your life, to be in your life Maybe it's like a workout program. Maybe you choose it for a month and see what it creates. And if it doesn't, and change can be uncomfortable. Like this is where we get into kindness is not niceness. Change can be uncomfortable. But so that doesn't mean it's not going to be easy. That doesn't mean it is going to be easy. Kindness is also not easy, but there's not so much force in it. You're actually kind of looking forward to it, even if it's not easy. It's kind of like a creative challenge that stimulates you to grow in different ways. And so I guess you could start with noticing when you're going into the judgment. We're just talking about bodies today, of your body. When you go into the judgment of your body, that it's not good enough, that it's wrong, and you are not being present with it. So even with food and alcohol, it's not that they're bad for your body necessarily, but overeating. When is your body telling you that it's full and you haven't noticed and you go beyond it? That's not kind. It's also not kind to starve your body. So just kind of like playing with these things. Everything is such a balance is what I really notice. Everything is a balance. You can have too much or like too little. What is just right for you? And what if you practiced kindness? So, yeah. So what would be kind for you with your body that you could add this month that would start creating a different way of being for you this year with your body? I mean, that is the thing, is you have this body to experience life with right now. And your body might be in pain. How could you change this for you? Start wondering about that instead of just accepting that this is how it's going to be forever. Like, be curious about how you could change this pain. What if it's actually possible? Have you allowed yourself to wonder that and really look at different things and start exploring different modalities? What would it take for you to try some acupuncture or something different with your body? And yeah, I know money's a thing. It does cost money to have these sessions. And also, where are you not kind to yourself with money? Where do you constantly tell yourself that you can't afford it? You can't afford to look after yourself or choose this. What if instead you ask the question, like, what would it take? And maybe you add different incomes to your life, or you just get curious about, like, what would it take to have the money to choose this? What would it take to create the money? What would it take to change this with my body? And what would it take to have more kindness for my body? That the moment you ask those questions, it just starts to stimulate something different for you. So what if this year, instead of, making the New Year's resolution that you need to lose weight or force your body to be a different size, what if you could be curious about adding more kindness to your body? Yeah, always the question. And one thing that really contributed to me and my body was getting my bars ran. That, yeah, as soon as I said that, all the body's like, yes, bars, please. That just starts to release all those judgments that you have locked into your body over this lifetime. Bars is one of the kindest things an Access Consciousness body processes. And I know I was offering free bar sessions, but if you would ping me if you would like to try it and you live around me, and we could set something up, or take a bars class. What would it be like if you traded bars with your kids? It creates so much for the bodies, and Access Consciousness body processes, which are just these energies, that a different person gifts to your body that you receive just being. And I'm so excited. I'm going to Davidson this weekend to have some body process classes and entities. That's a whole other topic, but they're fun too. So curiosity and kindness this year? What would that be like? And if you have any questions about any of this, send me a message. And I know I get to see some of you tomorrow in Davidson, and I cannot wait. Yes. Who else would like to come and bring your body for some kindness and access consciousness body processes in Davidson? Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I'm so grateful. Have an amazing day wherever you are, whatever you are up to. More kindness, please. Bye-bye for now.